here from the Unnamed Adventures Guild, and we have our second in the series of In Defense of Illumina, part of the Harvest of Death series that we've been running. We have a couple fine sacrifices for the evening, or the day here, being Mother's Day, and happy Mother's Day to all that are out there. And at this time, I'd like to give a special shout out to Chris Wilhelm, I believe I said his last name right, from Drop Dice. He has a feed on YouTube, Drop Dice at YouTube, or Drop Dice at Blogspot. He did us a great favor with assisting with our map of Illumina, which we will put on display here eventually after we do a couple additions that we need for it. But he did a fine job, and really very quick for what I saw. So I wanted to really give him a special thanks there. And I'll go ahead to Sebastian so he can introduce himself, his character, and if you guys have a channel or a special spot or something that you want to plug, go ahead and introduce your character and yourself and any of those things at this time.
All right. I'm Sebastian. I don't have a channel or anything, but today I will be playing Banless Eriton with Tiefling Rogue. He's a cool guy. He doesn't like saying much about himself, but he sure likes shooting things.
Okay, Kevin.
Hello everyone, my name's Kevin, and I'll be playing Donovan. He is a multi-class fighter rogue. He's a human, and his background is soldier. He was a scout in the army, and much like Sebastian's character, he likes to shoot things. So we'll see how that goes.
All right. You're all at the guild. Pincus is there. Had sent Riverwood out to bring you in, and it's been for Donovan about 4 days of back in Illumina for healing on up, getting yourself reset from the tragedy and the stress from the cave up at the Dark Queen, and for Sebastian, it's been about a week and a half since you've come back and relayed the message and the information from the swamps about Lilith. And Pincus said we've come up with a plan, and we're going to need a group that's small but wily, that can go on in. Our objective, we think we can sideline this attempt that Lilith has to unleash the old ancient god Darzanan from his crypt or sealed tomb that's there in the swamp. And what we're going to need is for you guys, your objective is to kidnap Lilith and bring her back. And if it's impossible to kidnap her, then use all means that are within your reason to go ahead and we'll say just make her inoperable, and to protect the many souls that are here in Illumina. As far as that, Sebastian tell Donovan his experience and what they came up against in the swamp and out in that direction, if he so desires. Pincus will just stress possibly stealth may be the saving grace to get you in and back. But the whole guild's honor and best wishes will go with you. And at this time, I'll turn on over to Sebastian. So if you want to relay to Donovan and allow you guys to go ahead with your intermingling.
Yeah, I guess stealth would be the best way this time. Last time our cover was blown and we were very lucky to make it out alive.
I can say the same for us too. We got some ambushed pretty nastily. We barely made it out. So this works fine for me.
They seem to have been gathering up a large army of kobolds and lizard people. And trust me, if it's gonna be just the two of us, I don't want to get into a 2 versus 16. I'm not sure we can take those odds. Rather we shoot 5 of them each before going in, or none at all, and just sneak past.
Yeah, I think this sounds okay. I'm just wondering how we're gonna take care of Lilith.
It'll be difficult. I hope an opportunity presents itself where we can use our surroundings to our advantage. Other than that, I guess we'll just have to use our instincts.
Alright, I guess we better get going.
Alright, Sebastian and Donovan, Pincus say, may the guild be honored by your sacrifices as you go. And let me see here if I can get this accomplished. I'm going to give a screenshot of screen share. And where is it? Is it right here? Yes, I think right there. Share this. You guys see that all right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, can see that.
This is the city map of Illumina that I was talking about. And it's not totally done, but what I wanted to do is, let me see here. Can I widen that up? And right over here where his hand is, this is the guild hall. Do you see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And Pincus will suggest that you go, wrong way, that you go out the swamp gate, which is all the way across town over here. All right? And he'll give you a rough map on this as far as that, put that back, drop it, on how to get on, which streets to take and to get yourselves on over there so you could head on out. So I'd say mark it on your character sheets that you have that map, at least that strip map of that. And it's now about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
All right. I say we take Pincus's advice. We don't want to. Seeing how big the army is we're facing, seeing how many allies they have, we might not know exactly where they are. Sneaking out the swamp gate unnoticed may be our best option.
I'm unfamiliar with the terrain around here, so I think that is the best option. I won't be able to find my way otherwise.
Well, you have, Donovan, you do have the map of the general area.
Oh, yeah, that is right, actually, yeah.
You don't have a complete map of the city, but you do of the surrounding area. And I believe, Sebastian, you had that too, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I think the one that Sebastian has may be a little bit more detailed on that, where it showed the road and the bridge, right?
Yeah, that was marked in, but that was as far as it went, I think.
Okay. So you'll have no problems leaving getting to the swamp gate. That's there. You'll see the midday traffic in the city of vendors selling goods. You'll have a aromatic smell of spices and food and livestock floating in and around, and fresh bread being made. And, as you pass the taverns, you'll hear everything from fights to songs to women just laughing and giggling and minstrels playing. A very active city environment is what you're going to hear going up to that swamp gate. You guys going to do anything on your way to the gate? It's going to take you to get to the gate. It'll take you probably about an hour to cross the city with the way the traffic is and the turns and the distance.
Yeah, the first thing I do is my trusty rapier has been for repair at the local blacksmith. The first thing I do is I'll go pick that up. I've been resting my wounds and mending my tail for a week, thinking about getting my.
That'll be ready for you to pick up.
Awesome, amazing. So just I walk in, being sort of easily recognizable at this point. I give a gesture to the blacksmith, just to signify my presence in his shop.
And he'll say, here for your rapier, huh? We got it fixed the best we could, but we hope that it will suit you for your uses nonetheless. And you'll notice that there's a very, very hard to see, but you'll notice it because you have such an affinity to the rapier, that about in the middle of the blade there's just a slight little whip curve that was there from where it got bent, and they had to straighten it on back, that they couldn't get it all the way back without, he'll explain, without breaking it. Right now it should be well and strong, but there's be that character flaw element of that blade at this point.
Yeah, I take the rapier and run my fingers along the side of it. It just slightly make it a little pause as soon as it hits the curve. Thank you.
Okay. And it goes into the sheath. The frog just fine and comes out. There's no hindrance there.
Yeah, thank you. This blade will serve its purpose nicely. You have my gratitude.
And the weaponsmith will say, "Don't thank me. Thank your fellow guild member, Rogus. He's the one that did the work."
I will pass my thanks when I encounter him.
All right. You doing anything, Donovan?
Would the blacksmith sell weapons?
He is an armor. So yeah, he has weapons that are there for sale.
All right. If he would have a rapier, I would like to purchase one.
Well, he'll go over and he'll look and see. Yeah. Okay. Let me get my eyes back on here. Find out. And he finds a rapier there. It looks to be an older styling rapier as far as that. Where are you at? There it is. Okay, it's an older style. You'll notice that around the handle is new leather wrap around it, like this had come on in and for repair, and he'll turn to the weaponsmith, turn to you and say, the owner of this was supposed to be here 2 months ago, and he hasn't showed on up. So I fear that he has met a sorrowful demise. So I could maybe let this go to you if you are willing to pay the price.
Would I be able to hold it?
Yeah, he'll let you hold it.
Donovan examines the weapon, just feeling its weight and all that. Then he just goes, "This is perfect. How much will it cost?"
And he'll say, since it was in here for some rework, we have labor, material involved. Oh, we'll let it go for 15 gold.
Donovan nods. You've got yourself a deal. And
All
he
right.
hands him 15 gold.
And he'll say, for an extra 2 gold, I'll throw in this sheath.
I'll take the sheet too.
All right. There you go. You got yourself a good quality, standard, old-fashioned styled rapier.
Thank you.
It would have the accents of more of the older Spanish rapiers. The big protection, wired protection up in the front that come back and protect the hand. A little bit wider blade. Still very thin and light, but just a little bit wider than the newer models that are out.
All right. Would we be anywhere near the guild hall while we're heading towards the gate from the blacksmith?
You're not far. You're not far from it as far as that, because it's. Let me find it here. All right, there's that. Because it was on your way.
All right. I was thinking I probably don't need 2 swords, so I was thinking of leaving my other sword there. My character's mainly focused on dex, so I wasn't able to actually afford a rapier before now, so I was just going to replace the sword.
Okay. He'll ask you if you were willing to sell it, or are you wanting it sharpened, or?
I'd be willing to sell that to him, yeah.
Okay. He said, "I'll give you 10 gold for it."
Donovan nods.
All right.
Deal.
And let me see. Yeah. Right there. As you there's. As you go out the guild hall there, where I showed you, you take you guys would be taking the first left, going about a block and a quarter, and then take the first right, and that would put you out there where the weaponsmith's shop is, and I'll pull it up and I'll show you. On the screenshot here. Ready? And screen share. Boom. Where the let's pull this up right here. Here's the guild hall. You all went out this way. Come on down here, and took this right, and you right out in this building out in front, you'll see a sign that has 2 swords crossed over and a set of breastplate design, and that's where the armor smith is. Right there. And it's along the ways that that Pincus gave you, because what he'll do is have you go up through the down here and then up through the fountain square that has a unique statue fountain there, and then have you take this left up here to go up to this left over here, and have you go along the river over here, which take you out by the and here's the swamp gate that'll take you on out. And he'll have you track across there instead of doing all the windings. Okay?
Yes.
Yep.
You guessed. You got lost already? All right, and so you're down along the river and you see the swamp. You know that you'll need to cross the river to get over to the swamp area. And let's see here. The Sebastian's map shows a old trade road that that if you get onto that and travel on up there, will get you across the river.
Donovan at this point would turn to Banus and ask him about his previous mission. You've been to the swamp before, right?
Yeah, I've been there once with my first mission for the guild. It wasn't a pretty sight, but the insight led us to where we are today. I presume dark plans require dark measures. What about you? I haven't seen you around before, around 2 or 3 days ago. You're new to the guild as well, I presume?
That's right. I only joined about a week ago. That's when I took my first mission.
They're kind of this guild. I did not expect to find friends and brothership, or at least companionship, on such a random note in my life. I've been many places, but few places have left me with a purpose.
Donovan nods at this and just... At this point, he just points, just says, I'm not familiar with these swamps, so I'll let you lead the way. Then he just draws some Cox's crossbow, but I've got your back.
It's a good thing to know. And then, wait, would this, the river be the thing we crossed the last time where we encountered the kobolds?
Yeah, and here you should be able to see that right here is the map that I'm referring to. Do you guys see it?
Yeah.
Okay. There's the road. There's the bridge. Yes, that's where the bridge where you had the kobolds there. Here's the swamp area, and right on in here, this little knoll is, which you'll know is where where Lilith had set up that, and there was that old ruin that was there.
Wait, could you show me exactly how far we along in the swamp we got last time before we headed back?
Well, you guys made it all the way up through to the bridge. That's where you attacked the kobolds. and off here, and then you went into the swamp over here, and you made it to here,
Yeah.
and then you left. She allowed you to go because you were going back to the Dark Queen.
Yeah.
To deliver the progress report. If you remember how Gabe saved your chickens.
Yeah, I do. That was fun.
As far as that, so there you go. You have this. So now Donovan has an idea. I'm going to say that you were sharing this map layout, rough as it may be, to him and explaining how you went there. And I'll allow you guys to figure out how you're going to get there from now.
All right. Last time I was in this area, and then he'll just say as he points on the map to try to show Donovan, this area is creeping with lizards. Now, we don't want any attention before we get in too close. So, as soon as we make the bridge is when we headed first contact last time. So before we do that, or do any crossing of the river, I would expect us to move more stealthily. And after that, keep eyes and ears open. These swamps are tricky. There are things in the waters. You never know where enemies might strike. So definitely keep that crossbow ready to fire.
Donovan cocks the crossbow again.
Alright. I just, we could take the bridge. We could. But I assume it's guarded again. It's an important position for them to hold. They might presume it's the only way into the swamp. We could try to cross the river elsewhere. Try to get closer. That might also save us some time. If I'm correct, the bridge is sort of a well. It's
give me a wisdom, just a flat wisdom check to see if you remember.
All right, launching dice.
Something.
All right, got it. Go to dice stream. Flat wisdom check, of course. That would be a 12.
Now, is that with any pluses?
Nope, just straight 12.
No, but I'm saying, do you have any pluses to your wisdom?
No, not at all.
Okay, then you'll vaguely remember that when Lilith gave you the parchment signed in blood of the status of the work going towards the temple and the reasons for the slow progress, that she eviscerated the kobolds that were there and instructed the commander of the lizard men to place guards there, and that if they were as lackadaisical about their duties as the kobolds were, then they would meet the same fate that the kobolds will. And that will be about the sense that you can remember from her very commanding and kind of a serpentine voice, because it was all she was saying that all pretty much in Draconic back then.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Do you you speak Draconic?
I do not. I speak.
Okay. Because I know Gabe did, and he was doing the interpretation.
Yeah.
But you'll still remember that because he would have relayed that. And
yeah, he relayed that on the way back. All right. So we will need to find a crossing elsewhere than the bridge. The bridge is too high profile. The two of us, we can't risk making our presence known before absolutely necessary.
Donovan nods to this, but he says we have to be careful where we cross. Though you said there was lizard folk, right? I'm fairly sure those guys can stay under the water. They could attack us at any time.
Yeah, they could. We encountered them in the swamp, and I do remember them putting new patrols of lizardmen at the bridge. We will need to cross a bit from the bridge, and then go directly into the swamp. That way, they might not also not expect any visitors from that area.
All right, I say we give it a shot.
All right. So where are you crossing at? And how?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's more of the how. Directly out of Illumina, you have to take a detour to get to the bridge. If we just cross straight there, we could kind of enter from the back of the swamp, which I would take as advantageous.
So you're going to take the old merchant road to the bridge?
To the bridge?
Or...
We'll need to cross the stream elsewhere, but that's the issue of how we cross.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know if there's any shallow points in this river?
It looks to be a pretty deep river, almost like an oxbow lake.
All right.
At that point, let's see here. Let me just double check the map just to make sure, because it's fairly wide. Ready? Yeah, you're talking out by the swamps. It's 150, 300. 450, 600. It's looking like it's about 800 feet across.
Oh yeah.
To the other side.
Yeah, there's no way. But that bridge is the only crossing that I know of, correct?
Yep, that's the only known crossing.
All right. The river might be too steep to do any kind of trickery to get across. And I sure do not know how to craft a raft, and the waters will be too tricky. And as you pointed out, lizardmen could be hiding there as well. Well, a stealthy approach over the bridge might be our best course of action, maybe.
It might be our only cause of action.
Exactly. So
you noticed when you went on down along the river, both of you, roll me a perception check.
Okay. That is 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
You would have noticed to the Donovan. You would have noticed to the what is it? It is to the west. When you come on down there, that you saw a couple boats that were out in the river coming to shore down around the point there. That was to your west.
Okay. Can I see who's on the boats?
Well, it just looks like normal, what you would consider normal fishermen.
Okay. I'd relay this information to Banus then. Just tell him that I think there's some boats over there. We might be able to use those to cross if we could get one.
Yes. No, if these are just fishermen, or if these are just locals, I would rather not use violence. Let us see if we can just pay for passage over the river. It should be no problem if we pay them well enough.
Well, if it helps us avoid those patrols, then I'd say it's worth a shot. Hey, the fishermen could use the gold too.
That's it. It'll take you probably about a half hour to go from where you're at down over there. You'll see some of the fishermen bringing on in their boats over to the dock over there, and they're unloading their catch that they got from the day. It doesn't look like it's a whole lot. They'll be discussing the day's work. And it's now probably about it was 1, 2. It's getting close to 3, around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. By the time you get down there to the dock and able to engage them.
All right.
All right. I would just with my hood over my head, stroll up to one of them. Excuse me, would you in any way be interested in making a little extra gold in addition to today's catch?
Yeah, we're always about making some money for our family. Why, you want to buy all our catch that we have today for a gold?
Well, this would not be a matter of fish, more of a matter of transportation. Now we're looking to get to the closer to the swamp for
Oh, the swamp. We stay clear of the swamp. There's foul things going on there. You don't catch no fish up by the swamp.
Oh, you do not? Well, I have actually heard that the very tastiest and the biggest fish are in the swamp. You see, these stay clear of fishermen, and I'm very much interested in trying to catch one of them, and I would like passage there. I'm sure your fear is unreasoned, and I will pay you well for passage in one of your boats.
He'll say, well, we had a good friend that went up there trying to get more fish. He was thinking that there were more of them up there, and we haven't seen them in quite a few days. They're Jambo was his name, and his family is worried about him. They fear for him because even his boat hasn't even come back. I don't know about going up to the swamp. I wouldn't advise it to you to go to the swamp. It's foul up there.
Would I be able to make a persuasion check to try and convince them to try and find the lost fisherman?
Well, you're able to do anything that your character decides it wants to try.
All right. I'm going to use a persuasion check.
Okay.
Just say, well, if we go over there, maybe you can find your friend.
Okay, roll your persuasion.
That is 15.
15. All right, and that's with he's kind of hesitant. You'll see him rubbing his chin and like that, and back of his head, but yet you see him with his hand out down about his waist level while he's doing all this and hemming and hawing.
All right. How much do you want? How much are you looking for to give us passage?
How much is a man's life and his family well-being worth? He'll be.
Well, let me, kind sir. I just nonchalantly toss 2 gold pieces into his hand. This is just for, well, I could say, wait to change your mind.
And his hand will go down and quickly go to a pouch that he has on a belt, and you'll notice that this man moved rather quickly, actually a little quicker than what you thought, and he's sitting in the boat saying, "Are you ready to go? What's
Yes.
holding you up?"
And Donovan put his hand on his shoulder and go, "Don't worry, we'll keep you safe. We're we're well-experienced fighters."
He'll say, "I'll take you across the Grand River."
Thank you.
All right.
And
I'll just get in the boat.
okay, and about you see he seems to be just paddling away, and yeah, there's the right orientation. And he'll get you across the river, and he'll dock, and he'll say, "Best of luck to you," and he'll push on off and paddle the other way rather quickly. And this will put you out to the. Let me double check my bearings on this particular. Nope. That ain't what I want. This is what I want.
Before he leaves, I would give him an extra 3 gold.
Okay. He'll take it gladly, and he'll say, "We'll do business more often if you want."
We'll see. We'll see.
Now, in this situation, I cannot help but think.
And where he's going to drop you off, and let me get this back to where I can share it to you, the screen. Where he took you across is basically right on over here to the southern side of the swamp by where the swamp's coming on down, coming back into the river to the south, going here. So you're right about here at the mouth, not quite in there, but you see the swamp trees right on over there. And that's what you'll see at this point.
I suggest we get into those trees quickly. We don't want to be spotted.
Do not, indeed. I, however, have a question to raise, if I do may. We have rented a boat across. We're now in the swamp. If this all goes well, we will have Lilith subdued and taken back. Now, how will we cross the river back?
It looks like we might have to use the bridge. We're not going to have a boat to get back, so...
Well, my friend, let us see if we make it that far.
True enough. Pincus might also see if we can capture Lilith. Pincus might be able to get us back, but there's no guarantee on that.
Well, let us hope the gods will be kind to us.
Agreed.
Alright, so we'll just be making stealthy passage towards deeper into the swamp.
Alright.
I'll try to stay clear of the water as much as I can.
I'll do likewise.
I have bad experiences.
It's kind of hard to stay away from the water because it is boggy. You got the swamp trees, just like you'd have down in what you would picture in the Louisiana swamps, and there with the Spanish moss hanging down and like that. But a bulrush here and there, a couple dry mounds every so often. Let's see here. And as you're going, you notice that there's a foul smell of sulfur about. And go ahead and roll me perception.
Okay. That is 26.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I've got a pretty high perception.
I do not.
All right, Donovan, you notice a swirl in the water up in front of you, off to your left.
All right, I'll point this out. Just run across. There's something in the water.
All right. Take an arrow. Try to get my just get my bow ready.
All right, and all of a sudden the swirl is gone.
I can't see it anymore. What the hell was that?
There are things that lurk in these waters, I'm sure.
And you're standing in water at the moment, about knee deep.
Oh.
Oh dear. All right. I'd say we better proceed, but slowly and carefully. We don't know what the hell that was and how many there were. But I definitely saw something. I know that much.
You move on, and it's getting dark because of all the movement and like that. You're looking at it's about 5 o'clock in the evening, early evening, late afternoon. And with the canopy in the swamp, even though you got it broken, it's shadowy. The light's starting to dim.
Yeah. I hope we get this mission done quickly. My eyes aren't adjusted to the dark.
Well, the dark might be advantageous to us, but I don't know.
Can tieflings...
That's done, my friend. But things might lurk that are more sneaky than us.
Can tieflings see in the dark?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out. I do not think I can, actually.
Out of character, I think you have dark vision, but I'm not entirely sure. I'll just check the handbook now.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm probably going to get disadvantage on my perception now because it's getting dark. I'm just...
Well, it's not that dark quite yet.
Okay.
It's starting to wane.
Alright, tieflings do have dark vision, so...
Oh, amazing. Why did I not write that on my character sheet?
I don't know.
That's important.
Well, at least we have dark vision in the party. We could have really used that in the last game.
He learned something from the last one.
Oh yeah.
My eyes are adjusted to the dark from birth, my friend. But I fear other creatures might roam that have same abilities. I will be your eyes.
Alright, good enough.
I'll just look around and stay a bit behind me, and we should be safe. And learning from my past mistakes, I'm carrying now a bow in one hand and an arrow to just kind of poke the water in front of me instead of
Give me a stealth check from both of you.
Oh yeah, stealth check. Oh god.
That is 16.
All right.
That would be 15.
All right. You're a little noisy because you're poking with the water, with the bow. You hear not real loud splashes, but enough splashes. And you see the ripples going on out from where you're poking the water as far as that. So, but you guys are getting awful lucky tonight. My dice aren't liking me. You'll know after about another hour of making your way through the swamp, you'll notice the old ruins. You're coming up from the backside, and you'll notice that there seems to be some commotion going on over there. Not that you can see it at the moment, but there seems to be some torches lit, and you hear some sounds that you can't make on out. It sounds very hissy. Sounding like what Lilith was talking with the kobolds and the lizardmen. Yes. It would give you the feel of it.
Are those snakes or something? What are those sounds?
Well, I do seem to remember them speaking a tongue similar to this last time. And if my memory, I never forget. Lilith has a snake. It's the size of a man, if not greater. And we definitely want to encounter that.
Give me another stealth check for both of you, since it's been game time wise, it's been probably about 45 minutes since the last check.
I'm so unlucky. That would be a 10 for me.
23 for me.
I have a +6 to stealth. I'm just not lucky.
No, and you're making noise, and you're close to the mound now. You can hear stuff. You can smell the smoke from the fire. It's about 6 o'clock in the evening. It's darker. There's still light enough, but it's a lot more shadows, and you got the flames from the other activity that's going that you see. That's about 200. You'd surmise about 200 feet in front of you on the other side of the ruins.
All right. Wait, we've been spotted, have we?
Have you been spotted? Not that you know of.
Okay.
Alright. I say we sneak up, and I just take this arrow that I've been poking the water with. I just put it back in, actually I put it by my bow now. I say we sneak up as close as we can, estimate their numbers, make a plan.
Sounds good. I'll follow.
Alright.
You feel something rub against your legs, Donovan and Sebastian. Feels almost like a log.
Oh, I remember this log.
Alright, do you feel that?
Yes, and I just take this arrow now and just jam it down towards the water, just...
Loud splash.
I do not want to risk what happened last time.
And roll a d20 to hit.
To hit? So I would apply proficiency. I guess that would be. Should I use it for the short bow proficiency? Oh yeah, that would be 14. I guess.
I'll give you that. It's you're kind of using it more like an improvised weapon, but
Well, sure.
I'll give you that proficiency. So. For this, and you hit, and you feel resistance when you kind of hit on down there. Roll up your damage.
All right.
And Donovan, you're seeing your partner in this crime. Doing all this, so
Donovan would be drawing his rapier at this stage, kind of just like, what's going on here?
I'll just do dagger damage since it's just the arrow. So
okay. All right, and what's your strength?
Well, it's 2, and I apply my dexterity modifier, but my strength is 8. It's -1.
-1.
Yeah.
Okay. So you hit there, and you do that damage. It sunk in pretty good, and you notice that it's slowly moving away. Are you letting go of the arrow, or you holding on to it?
I will. I'll hold on to it.
Okay. Roll your opposed strength check.
Oh, jeez, no, that's 4. That's not gonna happen. I'm gonna get pulled by a snake. This snake is my nemesis.
Better you than me.
And Donovan, you feel this log-like feeling sweeping across your back of your legs.
All right. It's not grappling me or anything, is it? It's just I can just feel it.
You just feel like a log.
Okay.
across the back of your
I'm
leg.
going to jab through the water with my rapier.
All right, roll the hit.
Alrighty. That is 14 to hit.
All right, you hit.
Alrighty.
Roll your damage.
Damage is 9 damage.
Okay, and roll an opposed strength check.
Alrighty. That is 20.
Okay, you can hold on to the rapier. It seems to be moving slowly away from you. You see Sebastian's character trying to hold on to the arrow that he put on in there, but it's slowly slipping out of his grasp, and it seems to be going down river, down in the swamp. What do you guys do?
What the hell was that thing?
If I'm in any way
You
correct.
still got a hold of your rapier, so it's moving. You feel the pull.
Oh shit! Okay.
Kill it. It's this. I'm pretty sure this is the serpent, and it's just ready. I'll try to shoot an arrow.
So you let go of your arrow.
Yeah, I know. So now I do not.
Just
But I kind of can aim from where his rapier, I assume, is in it.
okay.
I'll try to shoot it. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, that's fine. You go ahead and shoot. Donovan, what are you doing? Roll, by the way.
I'm trying to get my rapier free at this stage.
Okay, roll an opposed strength check.
Actually, I'll use the thingy here. Oh, I'm getting pretty lucky with these rolls. That's a 17.
Okay, you get your rapier out.
Yeah, I had a 16 to hit with my bow.
You hit. Roll your damage.
Oh, okay. So I guess since he is within 5 feet of it, apply a sneak attack.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. That's 6, 7, 8 damage.
Okay. And there's 8 damage. You see 2 arrows down in the water, and you see the fletchings, and it's slowly moving, but steadily moving down away from y'all.
All right, I'd sheath my rapier and pull out my crossbow.
Okay. While you're doing this, you're making noise. You notice that the noise level is picked on up from the arrows going into the water, the splashing, and your movement as far as that. And you roll Roll a D20 for perception.
Oh, nat 20.
27.
Okay.
19.
All
Almost.
right, you guys realize that there seems to be some prying eyes coming around the ruins towards your direction,
I think we've been spotted.
and it's getting darker. But you notice that there's a couple looks like lizardman eyes in shape that are looking around the ruin. There's a lot of noise that are going on. There's this hiss style chanting. There's still smoke, the noise from that, and the smell of sulfur.
Alright, so any indication as to how many, or is that not, that information not available to us?
You don't know the exact numbers. You just perceived a couple of lizardmen looking your general direction because they hear the splashing.
Yeah. Alright, I'll just gesture to Donovan. Got almost kind of saying we should get out of here. And as I do this, I will use my I'll use something cool. Sorry, my teeth look. I do cool stuff. I'll use my I have no idea. Thaumaturgy.
Thermaturgy?
Yeah.
Okay.
They had some torches in there or some flames. I'll make one of the flames just shoot up, sort of a pillar, just as a distraction, pretty much.
You notice that the flame does not shoot up like you thought. All right, we got somebody else out here.
There's magic at play.
I think their mic is muted.
Yeah. You there?
Yeah, I was working on getting my headset and everything set up. It automatically defaults to my.
All right, well, that's great. Well, I'll be able to bring you on in. We'll take once you get settled, we'll take and get you brought on into the action here. All right, you guys. You notice, Sebastian. You notice that in your mind, you haven't shared it with Donovan or nothing, but Donovan, you see him doing. Describe your own character. I ain't going to describe it for you, Sebastian.
Gesture towards these flames, and I raise up my hand, just mumbling a few things in a tongue that is definitely not common. I try to just raise up my hand, and then I look baffled. This look of confusion, as nothing happens.
Well, something does happen. It's just that not as much as what you were looking for. The flame does go up some, but not as much as what you were expecting.
I just seem disappointed in this result, and I just look over at the flame, and then I look back at Donovan.
Donovan's just kind of backing up at this point, just kind of looking at these people, looking at them, and like, are these hostiles?
I just point. I just. Oh yes, awesome. Seeing as I try to just look at him, looking dead in the eye, try to catch his attention, and I'll sign a few things to him. This would be using Thieves' Cant.
Okay.
I try to make this the signs of get out, regroup.
Alright, Donovan is a thief, so he understands the Thieves' Cant. So he's backing off then.
Alrighty, and our new character. Are you ready? Are you ready quite yet, McKnight?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay. And your character is what?
It's Kale Mavir. He's a dragonborn sorcerer.
Okay. Then we'll have you. Roll me a d20 for perception.
Sorry, who's rolling?
Say what, Donovan?
Who's rolling?
McKnight is the dragonborn sorcerer.
Oh yeah, okay.
Looks like an 18.
Okay. You notice Donovan and Sebastian's characters in the water just off this mountain. You're right on the back side of the ruins, kind of hiding in the shadow, and you see this tiefling raise up his hand after talking do an arcane check, but also as far as that. But you them in their activity. You saw them shoot an arrow. You saw them stab down into the water. That's what got your attention over their direction. And as far as that, so what's your arcane check, Lesky?
Yeah, 6.
A 6? Okay. Oh, that's all. You really don't notice. You're not sure what he did, but you know there was something along magic as far as that. And you see, like I say, a tiefling, and you see a human. And you know that on the other side of the ruins, that there's the fire, the sulfur smell, the light. And you hear, you definitely hear in the draconic, the ritual chantings coming from over on that side. So I'll turn it back on over to you guys as the players. That's the scenario.
Okay, so I'm just working on creating some distance between this whole ritual and all these people and me and Donovan. So I'm trying to get out here, realizing we may be causing a bit more ruckus than I expected.
Yeah, we're both just backing off at this point. I have my crossbow pointed at where I believe we were spotted from, but I'm not. It's not. Actually, yeah, that's it.
All right, and you're pointing in the opposite direction, corner, than where the Dragonborn is. You haven't noticed him yet, or he hasn't made his presence known yet. So.
All right, at this point, I just look to Banwis and just say, "Hold up, let's just stay here for a moment. We have to see what we're up against."
Are you? But in the where you were talking about backing up, getting on out, what backing back from the direction that you came from, or backing up onto the mound?
We were mainly just backing away from the ruins where we saw the.
Okay, so you're backing away from the mound then.
Yeah.
We're trying to get out of the situation.
And you see, and the sorcerer sees this.
Yes, I'm just going to kind of slowly come up behind them, kind of tap one on the shoulder, and and ask, "Are you guys part of the guild.
Roll your stealth. Roll your stealth. And Donovan and Sebastian, roll your perception.
All right. My passive perception is 18.
Okay.
Oh, that's 27.
All right.
And 11 for stealth.
All right.
13.
And Sebastian.
13.
All right. You'll Donovan and Sebastian, you'll hear a little bit of water splashing, and then all of a sudden you'll notice this dragonborn there, up off to your left, and he's engaging, tapping you on the shoulder and speaking to you.
Wait.
With the conversation that he said.
Wait, who's he tapping on the shoulder?
He's been, I imagine, both of you, but I'll allow him to clarify.
What are you guys again? Probably just the nearest to me, just trying to kind of catch up and.
All right, that'd be the human fighter looking.
Yeah, go up and tap you on the shoulder more to make noise from your armor, probably than what you would actually feel.
As you're approaching, Donovan probably would have turned around and pointed the crossbow, but would have lowered and goes, "Wait a minute, he's not a lizard folk."
Yes,
No, he's a little bit different.
Yeah, and seeing the crossbow, I would, kind of hold up my hands, show no ill intent, and.
At that, Donovan would kind of just lower the crossbow, so he doesn't feel threatened.
Wait. You're kind of stringer around these parts. You wouldn't happen to be a friend of the guild, would you?
I know this because it's cool, he was mentioned when I last traveled with my companions.
My companions on my last mission, they talked about a dragonborn fellow traveling with the guild, helping you out. You wouldn't happen to be said dragonborn.
And actually, no, he wouldn't be. They were talking about Ivar.
He's the first dragonborn I've seen, and
Oh yeah, and you're playing it the spot on, and it's great. I'm just relaying that. So the one dragonborn doesn't think that it's the same. That's all.
Oh yeah, sure.
Nothing like role-playing racism.
What? No, you got Ivar, and we got a couple dragonborns in the guild, and Ivar being one of them, and that's who they were talking about when they were on the other.
So, and my response would be, I don't know for sure. I do travel, I do work for the guild, but I don't know who they might have been talking about. I am called Kale.
And when you mention the part of the guild, Donovan a grin just appears across his face. He's just like, "All right, welcome to the group then."
And Sebastian, you'll remember that they mentioned Ivar a couple times. Jordan, the barbarian with Alfie.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you're not who I thought you were. But any friend of the guild is a friend of mine.
And I had drawn a dagger, I'll just sheath it again.
All right, and I'll allow you guys to intermingle, exchange the what the objective is, and I'm going to go get myself another cup of coffee.
All right, so we were sent here to capture Lilith. She lives in the swamp. She's protected by, I believe, lizard men, kobolds, and snakes. I don't know exactly, but our mission is to capture her if possible and bring her back. Otherwise, we have to neutralize her. We just have to try to neutralize her if we can't capture her. So that's our mission.
Lilith must be subdued. I take it you will be a valuable asset to this team, as you, I assume, speak Draconic.
I do indeed, and now understand your caution as I approached.
Yeah, I cannot understand the hissing coming from the ruins, but they seem to be performing some sort of magic. I attempted to shoot up the flames using my innate abilities that come with my heritage, but it was subdued. This was not the effect I was looking for. Let us just say they seem to be dampening my magic.
This was supposed to be a stealth mission, but I don't think it's going so well. I believe we were spotted, so we better get ready to fight soon.
Well, I'm glad we got out of there, but what I do know is that Lilith, we were fighting in the water. Lilith has a giant serpent. It's the size of a man. It's been known to hold a man many times the strength of me and keep him captured there. And this serpent, I'm sure it was what was in the water, which is what I tried to murder it before it came back to her. She'll see it injured and she will know that we are here.
So it sounds like you've already made contact with members of the opposition.
We haven't really. We haven't seen. I think we may have been spotted by the lizard men. They're the guard. From what I've been told, they're the guards, Lilith's guards.
Well, I've made contact with Lilith once before, and luckily we got out of there alive, masquerading as servants of the Dark Queen. However, I do not think she'll buy that one twice, especially since we did not do what she think we did.
You notice as you're discussing this, and when about 6 feet down, you from Donovan and from the Dragonborn and like that, and you're a little bit further up, so about 8 foot from you, down into the swamp. All of a sudden, those two arrows were in that log-like object pops on up out of the water. You see it buoyant up out of the water, and you see that it is actually a log.
Well, the snake appears to be a log, which is lucky for us. If that thing made it back to Lilith harmed,
I love paranoia.
you would have known that. I excuse my rash accents, but the last time I encountered that beast, it took something very dear to me. My sword.
Donovan would kind of facepalm at this point. We blew our cover for a goddamn log.
Well, she's able to speak to this beast. If the beast had not seen us and went back to her, it could have given her not only our location, our numbers, but exactly what we look like. I could not risk that.
And roll. you guys, while you're discussing all this, roll a perception check.
12.
That's 24.
Okay.
And
You notice if you got above 15, you notice that the two lizardmen kind of went back to looking at the ritual that was going on.
They saw us, but they don't seem to be trying to stop us. Maybe they still think we're servants of the Queen.
Well, a little ruckus in the water is not uncommon in these swamps. Many things live here. I think they might have just gotten distracted.
Let's hope so.
All right, so what are y'all up to? You're in the water. The temple is it's the backside of the temple. That's in front of you, the mound. You smell the sulfur. You see the light. You now know that that the language that's being spoke is Draconic, and you have an interpreter.
Well,
Alright.
Kid, what can you make out of this ritual? What are they chanting?
Am I close enough to pick up on anything that they're saying, or was that just part of the Arcana check?
The Arcana check was actually for his thermagy that you kind of missed the 10 that was there to know what he was doing. On the ritual that's going on there, in the Draconic, you're hearing some ancient words from what you would surmise as an ancient spell that of a sacrifice on the rough edges.
Okay. So, kind of in hushed tones, say it's an old tongue, one I've not heard in ages, but from what I can make out, they're sacrificing something or someone.
Well,
Could this be this Lilith that you're searching for?
this could very well be Lilith doing the ritual. We better make
The Draconic voice that you're hearing for you does have a feminine tone.
We need to get into that temple one way or another. I suggest we get closer.
Well, I'm all for getting closer. Kale, excuse my crudeness. I know nothing of you. What are your skills? Me and Donovan seem to both be skilled in the art of sneaking. What do you specialize in? Where do your talents lie?
Mostly with that of magic, and I have to rely on a few trickier methods for sneaking, which I have a couple of plans if we run into some rough areas.
Alright. Your help will be much... I think you'll be pretty useful in this mission. As how we approach it, since we have a bit more firepower, we could just try and take out whatever's in our way and grab Lilith, but we should probably try and sneak, and if that fails, then we'll resort to violence.
Yeah, at least try to pick out a few of them along the edges first.
Well, and I was thinking out of game, of course. I've got a fog cloud that has come in handy on a couple of other more stealthy tries.
That sounds fair, like a fair idea.
So yes, if need be, we can shroud the area in a dense fog to help with our insertion.
All right. What are you guys intending on doing?
I think that sounds like a good idea. What do you guys think?
I'm all for it.
All right. You're behind the temple. You're standing in the swamp still.
I want to get out of this damn water. We don't know what's in here. I want to get onto solid ground as quick as possible.
Here.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that.
All right. So where are you going? You're going back to where you came from on the back of the temple on that one corner, or you going up towards the corner where you saw the two dragon men, Donovan and Sebastian, saw them peering your way?
Where would the closest... I suppose we're trying to approach the temple. I'm assuming the temple is on flat ground. It's not sunken or anything.
It's basically flat. It's not exactly level, but it's not. It's definitely not rolling either. You know, kind of old marshy bog, bulrush dirt that's kind of like that. It's not carved level flat.
All right. I suppose our goal is to get close. We're trying to get onto land. We're heading towards the temple. We're trying to get to the closest route to the temple while also reaching land.
Well, like I said, you got the corner where the Dragonborn came from, that he would somewhat feel secure with because he just made it from there to you. You guys have noticed on the other corner, the farther corner, that's where the Dragonborn, and it was the forward corner opposite from where the Dragonborn came from, that they were looking off into the swamp because they heard some noise going on, but really didn't take a lot of notice or a lot of interest in it.
All right. I suggest we head to where. Sorry. Just out of character. What's Lesky's character name?
Kale?
Oh, Kale. I
Like
suggest we head to where Kale came from because there didn't seem to be any hostiles around that area, so it allows to give us the best chance at sneaking by.
True. I find your proposition to be the most logical course of action. Either we encounter opposition now, try to pick off as many of them as possible before we encounter Lilith, and face the risk that we will alert the entire camp. Or we try to go in, sneak, hit one decisive strike, an all or nothing, and then try to get out of there with her. And honestly, I don't see us not making noise while taking out the guards.
Well, the way I see it, the more of them that are dead before... I say we try to kill if we have to kill them, I say we try to do it as many as possible without being detected, just so there'll be less for us to fight when we're spotted by the entire compound.
Yeah, true.
I don't want to be fighting. I don't know how many lizard men are in there, but I don't want to fight those with the snake. And if Lilith will probably attack us too, so we have to be careful not to get in over ourselves here.
Yeah. Kale, being gifted in arcane arts, you wouldn't happen to have a silent spell of some sort.
I didn't catch that last bit of what you said.
I was asking if you had a silent spell of some sort.
Yeah, I'm still not catching what type of spell you're asking about.
I'm just asking about a spell that would decrease her noise level. Silence or something like
Okay.
that, basically.
Not really. I can hinder visibility, but not noise made.
Alright.
This here is what you see of and remember of Lilith. And Kyle, you would have noticed looking around. That's what you were seeing of the visage that was seemed to be leading. All right, and that'll give you a little bit of insight.
All right. Well, muffling our noise is going to have to be enough. I suggest we get moving. We can't waste time.
True. Let us.
All right, so what do y'all? What's your plan of demise?
I'd suggest we head towards the entrance. Hope we should probably try to take out those guards if possible. If we can remain hidden, then we can cast our fog and quickly try to locate Lilith.
All right, each of you roll a stealth check. You hear, you do hear the chanting, the ritual. You have the noise that's going on there. It seems to be picking up a little bit in the draconic. Verses seem to be coming like to a heightened crescendo.
All right. I got a 14 on that check.
16 for me.
And
Okay.
22.
All right. So you guys are able to, with the noise and everything, because I'm giving you pluses, you have no problem getting up towards the front of the temple. And what you'll see when you make it on up there and you get up there, what you'll see is you'll see Lilith, you'll see this dagger there, you'll see this gargantuan anaconda by her. You'll see all, and Sebastian will recognize all the kobolds guards that were there that were left. There was about 10 of them there. They seemed all bound, and they're facing her. Their backs are to the temple entrance that you remember, and you see about 25 lizardmen surrounding her and this gargantuan anaconda. That is your scenario. The torch light's going. You see symbols that are carved into the dirt that are strange. If you want to take an Arcana check for those that have that ability, you're more than welcome to. You smell the sulfur from the different powder that she's thrown about and using. There you have it. There's the scenario.
All right. After seeing this, Donovan would pull away, just away from the entrance, so not to draw attention to it, just kind of say, "There's a lot of them in there. I hope we don't have to. I mean, if we have to fight all of them, this is going to be a tough battle." I don't think the kobolds are a threat, though.
Yeah, saying I rolled a 4 on my Arcana, so yeah, they're using magic, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's to you. What you'll pull away with that is it is a very, very, very ancient rite, and you just don't. You know that she's talking draconic, but you don't know what the rite is, and in about 1 or 2 words, all that you'll get out of the draconic is Darzanan, about 2 or 3 times.
Well, I see no option of fighting what seems to be endless amounts of enemies plus Lilith and that snake, if not done cleverly. Chaos may be our best option. If there's any way to release the kobolds, stop the sacrifice, maybe get them on our side, even the numbers a little bit.
I doubt they're on good terms with Lilith at this stage. Maybe, I think they'd probably attack us given the chance, but I think they've got bigger concerns than us, so if we were able to free them, they'd probably have to deal with the lizard men and Lilith before having to fight us, so...
As you are discussing this, you'll notice that Lilith has walked on up the kobolds and slicing their throats and throwing them, it looks to be, onto this front of the old ruins door. It had strange symbols on it.
Okay, unless we move now, the kobolds aren't going to be any help to us.
Well, we better act fast. I do not see this ritual coming to being finalized being a good thing for us.
I highly doubt it.
Strike now or strike never.
And she finishes slicing the last kobold's throat and throwing them and their bodies and their blood is soaking on into the symbols on the door. And you hear in Draconic loud cheers coming from the lizardmen, and you see this gargantuan anaconda that's just following behind Lilith and like that, and you could almost get a primordial sense of glee from it.
Okay, we were too late. I don't know if the ritual's done, but all the kobolds are dead anyway. Damn it, we need to do something.
We need to do it now. I can create a distraction. It won't be much, but maybe we can start acting.
I don't think we have much of a choice. I don't know what you've got in mind, but we'll probably just have to go with it.
Yeah, she seems fairly distracted with whatever she just maybe completed. Do you want me to throw some cover, or do you want me to try and draw their attention away?
Well, I guess throw the fog would be a good option. We can try to take out Lilith before any of them notice us. Pray to God Pincus is watching.
Roll, Kyle, roll me a percentage.
A percentage?
Yeah, Kyle.
Oh.
If you're gonna cast the fog, roll me a percentage.
Uh, 94.
Okay. Go ahead and act. If you're casting the fog, describe it.
So yeah, I start muttering in the same, the draconic tongue, and kind of waving my hands about, and a slow, almost greenish fog kind of rolls in from the swamp to cover as much of this ritual area as possible.
You'll notice that the fog isn't acting quite like what you expected. You're getting an effect of actually greater than what you, and denser than what you expected. And you're finding it real hard to see Lilith and the lizardmen and her gargantuan anaconda. thick as pea soup.
Damn it, I can't see anything.
Yeah, there's an eye.
May have worked a little too well.
Just for out of character, for your knowledge, so we can kind of have the roles when things start happening. Both you and because of the fog, you and the opponents are at disadvantage.
Oh, sure.
Because of sight, you're blinded.
I do not like these odds.
You still faintly see the flames from the torches that were there.
All right.
And because of the chaos magic that's going on there, that's why the effects are even doubled. And that's why your terminology didn't go off quite as well.
Oh, so some spells are amplified and some are dampened.
Yeah, that's why the percentage.
All right. All right. I'll try my same spell again, but it has a few uses.
And I try to just perceive this area. I mumble this time a bit louder, and I just take my two hands, throw them apart, and what I'm trying to do is use the same spell, but this time to create tremors all over the area.
And they're shaking extremely well. So you're all make me a dex check for each of you, and I'll make one for them.
Oh, nat 20.
All right.
That is a 17.
Okay. And Kyle? Or Kale, rather?
Also a 17.
All right. You guys are able to stay on your feet. As far as that, you'll notice that for what little bit of what you can notice when these started up in the fog there, you're finding it real hard since the fog is just starting to roll on in and such that the lizardmen, they're on their feet, but they're kind of dancing back and forth, struggling to stay there. The Anaconda has no problem, and Lilith really seems to be a little bit better than the lizardmen, but not much.
All right, I'll just slide closer to Kale and just whisper in his ear.
Magic seems amplified. If you have anything explosive, anything that would make this area, well, just say anything for many enemies, now would be your best chance.
And
Donovan at this point as well would just kind of notice that the lizard men are struggling with the thermagy, so he'd be very keen on actually trying to start shooting at this stage.
All
so
right,
he'd kind of point that out. I think we need to act now.
I'll allow you to get that shot off without disadvantage. By the time you get the shot off, the fog has gotten in around there. Roll the hit and roll for a niche.
All right. To hit, that is a 14.
Okay, let me see.
I'm just aiming for a lizard man at this point.
Say what?
I'm just aiming for any lizard man in sight, basically.
Yeah, that's what I kind of thought. I'm gonna get their AC right here.
I think it's 15, so I don't think that's gonna hit.
You're right. You see your bolt sink right on into the ground before the foot of one of them, and as it does, like I say, that green fog just starts encompassing.
Alright, I'm just going to roll for initiative as well.
Yep, need everybody's initiative.
20.
All right.
That would be 10 for me, and I will be gone for like a minute. I just need to pee real quick.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
That is also a 20 for me.
All right. Which of you have the higher dex?
My dex is 16.
So's mine.
Okay.
Oh man! All right. Between the two of you, figure just choose or figure out how you which one's going to go first.
Yeah, I'll let the more frontline fighter go first.
Oh, okay.
Or assuming you're more of a frontline melee type.
I am a fighter rogue multi-class. I'm probably the most melee-oriented here. I prefer to stay at range, but in this case, I'll probably have to fight in melee. So yeah, I don't mind. I will.
So Donovan, you're one level fighter and one level rogue. I take it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Well, and second thought, you mentioned using any AOE. The only AOE I've got is a breath weapon.
Okay.
And it's the cone. So I would have to run in and hit him. So if you're running in first, I'm probably going to tag you with it too.
All right. I'm probably not going to be running in. I'll probably just shoot with my crossbow until they get near, and then I'll start just fighting in melee then. My crossbow is it does the most damage and has the most chance of hitting, so that's
okay.
my go-to.
It's with the fog coming on in. It's really dense. You're having a hard time seeing. The light from the fires have kind of been dimmed on down, and it's about 8 o'clock at night right now. So your sight as a human is even diminished down a little bit. Very, very shadowy, but it doesn't matter. I mean, you're at disadvantage to shoot anyhow and to hit at this point, engulfed in the fog, and the infravision doesn't help that either. So as far as that, but that's where it is. It's encompassed. It's around. You guys have disadvantage. They have disadvantage. They're moving around slowly. About the only one that's not. You have the shakes and the tremors going. The only one that's not on the ground is the gigantic anaconda, and that's because it is on the ground. So there we go. And it's Donovan's up on top, and then Kyle, then the enemy, and then it is our tiefling.
Alrighty.
But go ahead, Donovan.
Okay. I'm just gonna shoot another crossbow in, just aiming for another lizard man as well.
All right.
I'm rolling with disadvantage now, haven't I?
Yep. So that's 2 rolls, the lowest of the 2.
Oh, okay. I actually rolled pretty well. That's 21. 21 to hit.
All right. That a hit.
Okay. I'm assuming I wouldn't get sneak attack for this.
Not with the ranged weapon.
Yeah, and also not at disadvantage. You can't get sneak attack at disadvantage.
Yeah. All right. So that is a grand total of 4 damage. Oh yeah.
All right.
All right. That's my turn.
All righty, and Kale.
Okay. About how far are we to these guys?
You're about 20 feet away.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of just make a mad dash to the closest point of where I remember seeing one, and kind of aim towards the group from what I remember where they were, and take just completely fill my lungs full of air and just kind of belch out this. The fog was green, but this is like sickly, just poison green, and use my breath weapon against the group.
Okay. With the shaking and everything, we'll look at this as difficult terrain, so about half your movement is what you can do.
Okay.
Because everything's shaking.
Right.
All right. But yeah, go ahead and do that and roll up your damage. And the area effect on that cone
is 15-foot cone.
All right.
So it'd be effectively 10 feet because I'm still 5 feet away from any of them.
Yep, no problem. You won't hit the party. At the moment.
Damage.
How much?
9.
Okay, 9.
The save DC is 12. Constitution.
All right. All right. We got that. Lilith seems to be doing okay, and so is the Anaconda, but the Lizardman didn't do quite so well.
Yeah, so that's
all right.
The one I was planning anyways, kind of thin the ranks.
And let's see here. Let's see what you'll have. They're gonna. Ooh, a crit. And that's a 15. Someone got saved by disadvantage. 12. 10. Okay. You guys are lucky for the fog.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been so happy to hear so many dice rolls.
Ooh. All right. Yeah, we'll say, all right. Okay, you'll see a bunch of javelins going left and right, and let's see here. 1, 2 is Donovan, 3, 4 is Kyle, and 5, 6 is Sebastian for this first one. 1, 2, Donovan. A 19 hit your armor class, Donovan?
It does, yeah.
Okay, you got hit with a javelin. Let me see here. And that will be for 6 points of damage.
All right.
And the second javelin that hit was to Sebastian. For 4 points of damage. And let's see who gets the last javelin that hit. Who's number 4? Was that you, Kale?
Yeah, that's mine.
Okay, and you got hit with a javelin for 4 damage.
For 4?
Yep. And now it's Sebastian's turn.
All right. I'll just get my bow. Just try to shoot whatever is closest to me.
Okay, roll advantage to hit.
You know, actually, no. I'm gonna shoot the snake.
Roll disadvantage to hit. You still need to roll to hit, but it's at disadvantage. That's two rolls.
So this is 14 and a 16. Okay, so that would be a
14. 14 with whatever.
No, it's an 18 with my
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think it. Let me check his stats. Here. Just to make sure. I'm pretty sure he hit, but yeah, you hit.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
Oh yeah, a whopping 3 damage.
Okay.
It seems like we have disadvantage on our damage rolls as well.
Well, not from me.
It's the gods. They do not wish us to kill this snake.
Alrighty, and Donovan, it's up to you.
Alright. I'm going to try and fire at the most wounded snake man.
You're going to fire at who?
I'm going to shoot the most wounded of the lizard men, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's 2 19s, which is 26 to hit.
Alright, you'll hit one.
Alright. Where is my d10? Oh, there it is, there. Okay, that's 8 damage.
8 damage, alrighty. And that will be... Okay. And Kale.
Okay, and I'm gonna start. Well, do I still have one within about 5 feet?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna slowly start to back up, but like as I first start to take my steps, you see me kind of take another breath, but not nearly as big as the other one. It's almost more of a spit towards this closest lizard man.
Okay, roll the hit.
Well, this is a poison spray
Okay.
with a con roll 14.
All right. Let me make. And that's a 5-foot area.
No, it's just a range 10 feet.
Okay. Yeah. Then it's a range attack. So roll the hit with disadvantage. Right.
Well, this is a spell.
Yeah, but some spells you still have to roll the hit. Or is it a breath weapon?
I think this one is.
Yeah. Is it a breath
I'll
weapon?
just check the player's handbook.
Yeah,
Is
I'm trying to
Is
find
it
it.
a breath weapon? And if it is, then it's an area effect.
No, it's the poison spray that just what does it say? You release a puff of poison from your hand. Yeah, one action, 10 feet. Verbal, somatic, instantaneous. You extend your hand towards a creature you can see within range and project a puff of noxious gas from your palm. Creature must succeed on a Constitution save throw or take 1d12 poison damage.
Okay. Roll your damage.
For 7.
Alrighty. That's one. You hear a thud.
So, okay, so then I'm going to try and stop and just in my mind picture where everyone was at and try and keep myself within about 10 feet from the nearest of the enemy.
All right, roll perception check. And it's more for what you're hearing, because it'll be the sounds, not so much the sight.
12.
All right, you heard the feet and movement, kind of from where you were. You moved and everything, kind of like they spread out to the left and the right from where you're at. As far as that, and it's their go, and they're going to be swinging with it and biting. Let's see. It's a fifth. Let's see here. It's possible. 15. Let's see. Ooh, that's a crit, and saved by the bell. And another crit, but ooh, just the opposite way. Okay. 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 Doggone. Dice just love the party and hate the demon. I guess that's damage enough. Okay, on the clubs, that's 2, so 17, and 15. Okay, let's see here, the same route. Donovan, does a 17 hit you?
It does, yeah.
All right, and you're hit with a club, a heavy club, for 6 points of damage.
God, always the 6.
Hey.
Alrighty.
And the tiefling gets hit with the club for 7 points of damage. And you hear 1, 2, 3. You hear 3 from the lizardmen cries of pain, and you'll hear the thud of another one, and they're down, and 2 of them are down to 3. Okay, and that's what you hear from them. And now, Sebastian, your go.
All right. Infuriated with this and just generally pissed off, I draw my rapier and I try to slice at whatever just hit me with a
club.
With a club.
Yeah. Okay. Roll attack with disadvantage.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's a 3 and a 1. So yeah.
Disadvantage. Okay.
So it's a 1.
Who's close to you?
Of these two, I
know Kale isn't because he moved, but was Donovan close to you?
Yeah, I think he was. We started at the same position, and I just...
Okay, roll your damage.
Oh, Jesus, I am so sorry. Jesus, that's 1d8. Do I apply stuff to it, too?
Oh, yeah. It's just like a normal...
That would be an 8.
An 8? Okay. Now, Donovan, high or low?
I am knocked unconscious by that.
What?
If that does 8 damage, it knocks me unconscious.
Right now I'm trying to find out if it's going to be hitting you or.
Okay, I'll go with high, I guess.
All right. Okay. Sebastian, you stuck yourself in the calf of your leg and took that damage.
Yeah, I'm unconscious.
You're unconscious. Oh shit. All right.
I'm at -1.
-1. Oh, well, you can just go down to 0 and then start the life survival rolls on that. All right, that's there. It goes up to the top of the party. Donovan.
Okay. I'm going to just attack the lizard man immediately in front of me, who hit me with a club.
All right.
Okay. That is okay. That's a miss. As a bonus action, I am going to use Second Wind on myself to heal a few hit points.
Was it a critical miss?
No, it wasn't. It was.
As long as it wasn't a critical miss. And Kyle.
How much do
Or
we heal?
Kale, rather.
Okay. Can I still tell kind of that they've kind of split out?
Yeah, they're kind of split out. You hear the feet moving around somewhat. It looks like that maybe some are trying to slip back into the swamp.
Like a retreating into the swamp?
Yeah, so it sounds like possibly it could be a retreating, or they could be trying to do a flanking maneuver into the water, from water. One of the two.
Okay, I'm going to turn, let's say, to the ones headed towards the water. And are they? Can I tell if they're still within about 10 feet, or?
There's a couple that will probably be within 10 feet.
Or I can move towards them and hit it, I guess. So yeah, I'm going to again try and spit just this little mouthful of poison gas at them.
Okay.
For poison spray again.
And alrighty, and what's the damage?
5 damage.
Okay. That'd be 23 of them. You hear kind of a thump and onto the ground and a small splash. And monster's turn. Okay. Say, man, I'll tell you that the fog has saved you from a bunch of crits. Yes, a bunch of crits. And that's I'll call that good there. The others have slinked into the water. And let's see here. Donovan, 17 hits you, right?
It does.
And you get 7 points of damage.
Damn it! I just healed 7 points of damage.
And Kyle, you take 3 points of damage, and I need a concentration check. And
That's just a 20, isn't it?
yeah, it's a D20, and it's what level spell is that? That's a second level spell.
First level.
First level. Okay, so it's a DC 10 from your con.
I'll say I rolled a 17 straight, so.
Okay, so there, and on the second one, because you were a 4, right? It was 3-4 for you, and 1-2 for Donovan, and 5-6. Okay, you take 6 points of damage, and I need another. And I don't think because your AC is 17, right?
Mine's 16.
16? Okay. That's the last one that would be able to hit you. And did you make your con save?
Okay, so it's plus con.
No, your concentration save is basically your,
Concentration.
yeah.
Okay, I rolled a 9. I don't know if there's any modifiers for that or.
If you have a Constitution modifier, you add that to it.
Okay, so that brings me up to an 11 then.
Okay, so you make it, the 5 is still there. Alrighty, and that was their mess there. And our tiefling.
Yes.
Roll me a D20.
3.
A 3? That's one fail.
I'm not a lucky man.
Not today. Let's see here. Mark that there as a fail. You hear it's back up to Donovan, but you hear a real big splash in the water. Just let you know on the scenario, you're hearing the footsteps on back. There you go, and you'll hear and this is for Kale. You'll hear in Draconic the feminine voice say, "Take this sacrifice as my pledge to you, Darzanon." And go ahead, Donovan. Up to you. That sets the scenario.
Is the lizard man still in front of me, the one who hit me with the club, or have they all just run into the water at this stage?
No, there's still 2 of them that are in front of you, and some of them went on into the water. There's still 2 that would be on in Kale's area, from the best he would be able to tell with the sounds.
Alright, I'm going to try and discern the most damaged in front of me, and then I'll just shoot them with my crossbow.
Okay, roll the hit.
That's a hit. That's 20-something to hit.
With disadvantage?
Yeah, with disadvantage.
Okay.
Alright, and that is... Oh, that's 13 damage.
Okay, you hear a thud. Go ahead, Cal. Unless you have another attack that you're able to do. Or
nope, that's it.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try and avoid the same fate as our tiefling friend here.
Okay.
I've actually, from a previous run, got a potion of healing.
Okay.
And I am going to grab that and pop the cork on that.
Alrighty, roll your
1.
healing damage and healing and apply it to yourself. That's your action. Are you going to take a movement? And
you said I've still got someone kind of.
You have movement, and also on top of that, you'll notice that when the tiefling went down, the tremors stopped.
But do I have any within melee range of me, or
You would think that you do. But taking the healing potion, reaching into the bag or pouch, getting it, and taking it as action, you got a move that you can do.
yeah, I was just wondering about trying to take like a 5-foot step.
Well, you can if you want to. You can take a full move if you want to.
Well, I'm just thinking trying to move without provoking.
It's just that you're now you have your full move, not a difficult terrain move, which is half because it's not the earth isn't shaking back and forth.
He can't be hit by an opportunity attack while moving, though, can he?
Say what?
If he moves, will he be hit by opportunity attack?
Not being that that the creatures are blinded. But that's the good thing about the fog.
Okay. Can I discern? Well, I guess he never really moved. They just kind of dropped in place.
Yep.
So I am going to try and run back to where I thought I heard Sebastian fall.
Okay.
And kind of just stand, end my turn there because I can't do anything else
Yep.
yet.
All right. That's good there. And let's see. Ooh, maybe a miss. Might be a miss. Okay, and let's see here. Kyle, does a 14 hit you? Or Cal?
No, I wouldn't.
It wouldn't hit you? Okay. And Donovan, does a 14 hit you?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. And you feel a breeze of a club coming on by and a snap of a I think the bite attack has, okay, that's a 16, the bite attack. Does a 16 hit you?
Hit me.
Okay. And that's, and for 3 points of damage.
He was biting me, was he?
Yep.
Okay, that hits.
Up on your shoulder, you feel a bite. And kind of a shake from the head of the lizard man, and a little bit of blood from puncturing, piercing damage. And okay, our tiefling, make a D20. Sebastian.
Yeah.
What you got?
I'm doing a 9.
A 9? Oh, that's a second fail. That's not good. You're not good.
No?
Okay. Donovan.
Alright. Donovan doesn't appreciate being bit very much, so he's going to try and shoot this guy in the face with his crossbow.
Okay. Crossbow's two-handed weapon, so...
Oh, well, he did not hit.
Okay, that explains why. The disadvantage, and like that, even though you know he's there, a hard shot. Go ahead, Kale.
Well, and I might be thinking in the wrong rule set. I was going to try and do a healing check to try and just stabilize Sebastian.
Okay, now do you have a healer's kit?
I think if you're proficient in medicine, you're able to stabilize other party members.
You can take a shot at it, but all of the healing kit there also allows some on it.
So I do actually have a healer's kit.
Okay.
I do not have proficiency medicine.
All right. And then we'll just take the healer's kit and let's see here. I believe on that workstation. Let's, see here.
I can expend 1 use of the healer's kit to stabilize a creature that has 0 hit points without needing to make a wisdom medicine check.
Yep.
So yep, that uses 1 of my 10 uses on it then.
Yep, and that goes ahead and stabilizes our tiefling guy. He ain't gonna die, but he ain't up. Alrighty. And let's see here. You hear more splashes. There we go. Ooh. Let's see here. That's a. Ooh, there's another man. Shoot. You guys have been saved by that fog and disadvantage from about half a dozen crits so far. Alrighty. Kale, you get hit with a club while down there for 5 points of damage, and I'll need a concentration check. And
15.
Okay. You make the concentration. You get hit for 3 points of damage from another bite, from a bite. And I'll need a concentration check on that. And the third one, doggone, that would be 4. And the 16 hit you. Kale.
16 hit me.
Yeah. Does
that
it?
matches AC.
That matches? Okay. So it hits you for 3 points of damage and another concentration check.
Well, that drops me to 0, even.
Okay. So the fog starts lifting. Sebastian, your eyes are starting to kind of open on up, and up to Donovan, and you see, as the fog's lifting, you see 2 lizardmen. One that was raising its head up over from Kale, and the other bringing its club up from after hitting them, and that's what we got right at the moment, and there's no disadvantage. I'll take the disadvantage away from you to strike.
All right. Would it be possible to attempt to intimidate one of them, but still be able to use my action to fire at another, or would the intimidation use my action?
Well, you can fire. What I'll say is the intimidation will take your move action, and the fire is your attack action. So.
All right, I'll try that. The one who's looking up at me, I'm just going to I'm just gonna look him in the eyes and just say, "Oh, your friends are running away. You better join them, or I'll kill you," basically. And as for the other one, I will attempt to shoot him. All right. For the intimidation, that is 21.
All right. He seems to cower, and he'll try to move on off.
All right. And as for the second one, I will. Oh, that fell off the table. I'm gonna shoot. Okay, I missed him.
All right. On the one that you intimidated, he's moving on off. I'll give you attack of opportunity.
All right, I will do that then. I missed him.
Holy cow! All right, so he'll move on. Kale. Give me a. You were going on down. Give me a D20 roll for life check, survival check. Their stabilization check. That's what I was looking for.
Just a straight roll.
Yep, straight roll. You do
8.
an 8. You go ahead and put your Constitution modifier to it.
Okay, that'd bring it to an even 10.
Okay, that's one success. And now you have just 2 lizardmen looking pretty rough standing in front of you, Donovan. And, ooh, that sucks. And, okay, 11 will miss you, right?
It will, yeah.
All right, he bites at you and misses, the one. The other one swings and misses. And high or low?
Hi.
You're doing good. And low it was. And with the club, he hits the one that took a bite at you and drops him.
All right.
I love those critical fails. I've had crits and a lot of critical fails. And everything is played to the party. It's amazing. Okay, back to you're stabilized, but you can't do much, Sebastian. So back up to Donovan. What are you doing?
All right. I'm gonna try and kill this last lizard man before he kills me.
All right.
So I'm gonna attack him. Oh fuck! I missed him. I am not doing well with these attack rolls anymore.
Well, okay. And Kale. Survival, stabilization check.
Natural 20.
All right, that's 2. That gives you 2 successes there, so you're stabilized. And this last lizard man is going to swing, and that's a plus 4. 16 hit you, Donovan?
Yep, it does.
And 2 points of damage.
All right. I thought I was done there.
And from there, it's your go.
All right. I'm going to attack and hopefully not completely miss this time. And okay, that's 15 on the dot.
You'll hit.
Okay.
Do you do more than 2 points of damage?
Yes, I will. I'll do more than 2.
All right, he drops.
Oh, thank God. He would have dropped me with anything had he hit me.
All right. The scenario kind of ends. You smell a strong, still smell the strong sulfur. You see the fires are burning. And you're hearing an eerie creak, kind of like a splitting of ancient stones.
Okay.
Sliding back, and there's just a aura and a feeling of odd sense. And then, what languages do you speak or understand?
Me?
Yes.
My extra language is Dwarven, so I probably won't understand.
Okay. In Common and Dwarven, you'll hear a voice says, "The start of freedom. I make my return. Lo be those that stand against me." And there's a sense of doom there, and in Kale and Sebastian, you're in all the languages that you understand and speak, you'll hear a voice in your head, "Swear your soul to me, and I will heal you, and you can serve me in my triumphant return." We'll start. We'll go with Kale. Kale, since he would be next on up in the order of the niche. What do you say in your mind?
My soul belongs to no one. I don't trust in being that speaks in all speech.
Okay, and you'll hear a loud guttural chuckle, and it'll say, and all those across the board for understand, "You shall perish with my return with all those that stand against me." Okay, over to Sebastian.
Just reply, but at what cost?
Just your soul. Just your soul. You're not using it now.
Well, I'd rather be dead than a traitor.
Okay, and you hear the same thing, a guttural chuckle, and you shall die and feel doom with my return. And it gets eerily silent. What you doing, Donovan?
Okay. Is there actually a physical entity in the room? Do we see this thing, or is it just basically voice?
You're standing at the corner of the temple, and to you, from what you were seeing and feeling, is just this omniscient voice filling the air.
All right.
And Kale and Sebastian, their characters can stand up, but they can hardly move. They're doing well just to move.
All right. I'd kind of run to them, just check their wounds, and I'd just be basically say, "Lilith got away. We have no reason to stay here. We have to get out of here now."
Are you sure she got away?
Oh.
Have you really checked?
Can I do a perception check to see if she got away?
Where are you looking?
I suppose I'll just be scanning the temple just around the area to see if I can see her.
Where you saw the Lilith cut the kobolds. In fact, you'll see the bodies laying there in front of the door. That strange black rock door with the symbols. You could see it's opened on up 2/3 of the way. And you see blood dripping off of it. You see the kobolds there. You see Lilith with the dagger in her hand as she looks to cut herself. And as that comes, you see this incorporeal form, like a ghost or a specter, come on up and up out of the hole, pick her on up, and kind of spirit her away to the north, to the east.
All right. I think I'm too wounded to do anything about this, so I'll probably just go to the party members. I'd put my crossbow at it, but I wouldn't actually fire.
All right. and you'll hear a chuckle. Ah, you think such mundane things can touch a god as myself.
Okay. Does it just leave then, or?
Yeah, it just picks her on up. She seems to float in the air, and he kind of goes to the north. From looking at the maps, that it's towards where the Dark Queen's cavern general area is, from where you barely escaped. As far as that, if you want to share that with your recovering members.
Yep, I'll do that. I'll tell them that I saw it going that way.
And now you guys can interact with each other, talk. Kale is very weak, and so is Sebastian's characters.
I don't think this mission was very successful. Not only did we not get Lilith, but I don't think that whatever she summoned is good news. God, we have to get back to the guild now. They need to know about this, but how the hell are we going to get you guys out of here? I'm not doing too so good myself.
Yeah, I'd rather live to die another day than just stay here and die.
And you will. We just need to get you some medical attention. We need to find a way out of here.
We need about 15 more men to do this mission.
God,
may need to summon the entire guild.
That might be exactly what we need to gather.
You have enough strength that you can walk. You can either try to go back the way you came on this one, or you can try to go up to the road and bridge. And back the old caravan road.
I'd just basically ask the other two what they think. Okay, guys, which way do you think we should go? I think we're not doing so good in conditions, so I don't think we want to be in the swamp. I'd say we try to go for the bridge.
You can do a short rest and try to regain some hit points from that with using the hit die.
Yeah, I think we should rest up for a bit before we get out of here, guys. We're not doing so good.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like, kind of spit a mouthful of blood on the dirt.
Alright, so how much would we heal from a short rest? It's a roll of...
Oh, well, you can take one of your hit die and roll it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's rest up for a while.
You can either use all your hit dice for the short rest to heal, which depending on what level you are is how many hit die they are that you'd roll, or you can roll just one or two.
All right.
For some of you, it's only two, and it's by your class, that hit die. Whether it's the like in Donovan's case, the fighter and the rogue, they're different. One's a D10, one's a D6.
All right.
And the same on the saucer for a tail.
Wait, so I could roll all my hit die?
You can if you choose you want to.
Oh. Yay.
All right, so you got 10 back, 10 points.
That's
Yeah,
helpful.
I rolled both of mine for 6 back.
All right.
I rolled a D8 and a D6. I got 9 back.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, no, not 9. It was 7 back.
All
You
right.
don't add your con to that roll, do you? Or...
Yes.
Oh, you do. Okay, so.
Yeah, you add your con to it.
Oh, okay, so I healed 9 health then.
Yeah, I'm up to 14 then.
All right.
Oh,
Is
wait.
it your con to each dice, or is it just the total?
To each of the die.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'm
The die, yeah, then it's 14.
excellent.
So you basically roll your total HP pool. Like what? Because I have 2d8s plus 4 since I have my Constitution on both of them.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, that's 14 health for me.
All right.
Pretty.
And you can't reuse the your hit die pool until you have a long rest now. After that, so another short rest. If you emptied out your pool, that your die, that's it.
After we've rested for a while, I'd just look to my two wounded comrades and I'd just say, do you guys feel up for a walk?
Yeah. I feel up for getting home. Wherever that might be.
Yeah, let's get out of this swamp.
All right, which way are you going?
I suggested the bridge, towards the bridge.
I agree.
Okay.
Be back.
You'll still have to go through a short piece of swamp to get back to the land side where the bridge is, but you can traverse that relative good time.
So, what do you guys think? Should we cross this bit of swamp and head for the bridge?
Up towards the bridge is the shortest span of swamp. Where you came on up through is a larger span of swamp.
All right. Donovan would definitely be inclined to go for the shorter span. He just wants to get out of the swamp. He saw the lizard men going into those waters. He doesn't want to be anywhere near them.
Yeah, I do not much like the swamp. I'll opt for the shortest way out of here. Let's do the bridge.
So is that party consensus?
Yeah.
Okay. As you're going through the swamp to get back up to the bridge, you feel you're about knee deep into the water, in the swamp water, and you feel a brush of feels like a fairly good log size item up across your calves as you're going through.
This damn swamp.
Donovan would draw his crossbow and point it at whatever he can see below.
You don't see nothing in this green, murky, blackish water. You just felt that log brush up against your calf.
I'd point the crossbow down towards my calf, but it wouldn't be... I'd have it up enough out of the water so it wouldn't be easily grabbed.
Okay. Are you guys still walking? Are you stopping?
I'll stop and just take out a dagger, just stab straight down.
Okay, roll to hit.
These goddamn. Oh yeah, that's 8. Okay.
What was your total roll with your attack modifier?
8.
8?
Yeah.
You make a big splash in the water, you don't hit nothing? You guys still moving on?
I would have stopped with Donovan I would have stopped with Banwis as well, so...
Okay.
I just kind of say, I don't know what this is, but maybe we should wait till it either leaves or does something before we go on.
Let's just say I don't trust these waters.
Well, a crossbow bolt might makes this decision happen a bit quicker. I'm going to fire into the water.
All right, and go ahead and roll the hit.
That is 23 to hit.
All right, you hit. You don't see the bolt.
Okay.
Roll the damage.
Would this be sneak attack considering it's beside multiple party members? It's
Yeah, you can do sneak attack.
Okay, so that is 10 damage.
Okay.
Alright, Donovan will just kind of be looking to see if he drew any blood or anything like that then.
You don't see nothing except maybe some murkiness from like mud stirred up or from your like where your steps were hitting the bottom with the green black water.
Damn it, I hate this swamp. Donovan would say this as he's just reloading his crossbow.
All right.
Yeah,
Guys
I'm
still,
thinking I would have
you guys still
picked up
staying
pace.
there? Pardon?
Seeing the other two stop and feeling the thing brush against my leg, I think I would have picked up pace just to try and get us that much further out of the swamp that much quicker.
So you see Kale moving off towards the direction of the bridge at a little more reckless pace.
Alright, wanting to keep the group together, Donovan would just curse under his breath and then start moving pretty fast as well towards Kale.
Oh, okay. And you'll come out of the swamp tree line, and you'll see the field type environment prior to the road. Dry land.
Oh, God, finally out of that damn swamp. For a while I wasn't sure if we'd ever leave.
Yeah, I wasn't sure we would make it either.
And you'll see that it's still kind of dark out, but you see like the morning sun starting to fight its way up against the dark sky.
We don't know what else is out here. I mean, we won't really be safe until we're in the city. We better keep up the pace.
I agreed. And hope we don't run into any more trouble.
I hear you.
You'll make it to, if that's what y'all going to do, get on the road and go.
Yeah, I think that's what we're doing.
You'll make it to the bridge, and this huge, gigantic anaconda will spring on up, strike on out at you, miss, and then go right on down into the water and spew away and kind of hiss.
No way. No goddamn way. Not getting away from me, you piece of snake, you serpent. I'll just draw my bow and just attempt to fire at whatever movement I can see in the water.
All right.
Donovan would chuckle at this. Just, it seems you two have a good bit of history.
Roll the hit.
Oh God, Jesus! My rolls today 8.
Okay, you miss.
Wait, no, actually, yeah, 10, but still.
It miss.
Why?
And you don't seem to see it.
My nemesis snake.
I'd fire too, but I've wasted enough of this. I've wasted enough bolts on this, shooting into the swamp as it is. These things are expensive, you know.
Yep. So, you guys gonna stand there and try to shoot at it, or head on in?
I'll go after it. I'm so fed up. I've almost died. This thing has taken my most prized possession, and I'm just fed up. Like, I will kill you. I don't care what it costs. I don't care if I die. You will die
first. I just trot into this water.
Okay, you guys see this? What are you doing?
I'm gonna look at the other two with this look like, are we fighting? Are we moving? As I prepare this green orb in my hand, just ready to throw it whenever
Donovan
somebody gives the word.
Donovan would just nod to Kale. He'd take out his crossbow and just crouch down, with just pointed into the water, just waiting.
Yeah, I'll draw my rapier, and my tail is just like, it's just really flapping about in the water, like right at the edge of the water. Come out, you beast! Let me see that smirky little hiss and put this blade so far up into you you can't even digest rats. I don't know.
All right. How long are you gonna stand there waiting?
Okay, well, it sounds like we're after this thing, so I'm gonna, like cricket style pitching. I'm just gonna flip this softball-sized green glowing orb at something in the water. Trying to hit as close to what I can as where this snake would have been.
All right. Roll your attack rolls. The hit.
Okay.
And roll up your damage.
That's 17.
Okay. It definitely hits the water.
And, oh god, 8 damage.
Okay. And is that the acid?
That's a chromatic orb.
Okay. You'll see whatever effects there are for the chromatic orb spread over the top of the river.
Okay, so I just kind of make a big green splash.
Yep. What's the rest of the party doing?
Donovan is just still on the bank, just still crouched down with his crossbow. He lowers it slightly, though, just says, "Damn it, we're never going to be able to fight it in the water. If he wants to come after us, let us do it on land, where it can't hide so easily. It's in its own terrain here. Well, I don't think we can fight this."
What you doing, Sebastian?
I'll put my tail in the water. Have a bite at me. Bite me once. I'll give you 1 minute. You come out and you fight me. Darn snake.
You guys hear him say that, and you see his tiefling tail in the water.
I'm just waiting, kind of cursing, almost like hissing myself. I'm so mad.
And nothing happens.
I say we get out of here. We've wasted enough time on this stupid snake.
I'll just angrily trot back on land.
All right. And if you're traveled to back to the guild to Illumina, the rest of the trip is uneventful. You get there about noon at the gate. At noon, and you could make it into the to the guild hall about 12:30, 12:45 in the afternoon.
All right, Donovan would try to find Pincus and just try to tell him what happened, trying to just talk about this, whatever they summoned, as best as he could.
You'll see Pincus off in the corner at the table, talking to a couple gentlemen that seem to be less than the character quality that you would think that the guild would generally like to have around. A little darkness hovers about him.
Pincus, we have something to tell you.
He'll wave you on forward, and he'll cover his mouth and tell these gentlemen we'll talk later. And I need to talk to our guild members. They have some interesting news.
We went to the swamps, but we didn't manage to capture Lilith. She was performing some ritual to summon something. We tried to stop it, but there was too many lizard men. We fought them off, but we couldn't stop the ritual. She summoned some... I don't know what it was. It claimed to be a god. It's said that I don't know what to tell you, Pincus, but it grabbed Lilith.
Did you kill Lilith?
No, I think she might have been wounded during the fight, but I mean she escaped. She's not. I don't think she's grievously wounded anyway. We were just too wounded. We couldn't take her out really. She was taken north. I think it was heading for the Dark Queen's palace, from what the maps say.
More to sad. No good news. Oh, we will have to inform the city council. We'll have to go. Did you search the area to see if there was any artifacts or any enemy that was still laid around that may cause us harm?
Well, while we were there, I didn't notice any artifacts, but Lilith slayed some kobolds for a ritual, and she had a large contingent of lizard men, many of which fell during the fighting, but quite a few of them and her snake managed to escape, as well as herself.
Wow.
I don't know what this thing she summoned is, but it was capable of speaking in multiple languages at once, and it was as if it was inside my mind. I don't know about... we didn't just talk about it, but I'm assuming it was the same for my two companions here.
She spoke directly into our unconscious mind.
Yeah. This is not good. This is the old ancient papers. It does not give a good boding. We'll have to make a strong effort to conquer this Dark Queen. She already has part of the shard that's going to empower this evil, if it is what we think it is. An ancient from back at the times when the mist and the darkness and the gases and even the birth of the dragon itself that the world stands on. It's before that. And it was contained once, but I don't know if we can do it. We got to find a lot. That shard, it will be dangerous, and that is what's going to cause the evil to awake and have form on this plane. I thank you for your services. Y'all need to get some rest and heal up. We'll have a great battle, or several, definitely before this is over. And it sounds like this ancient god of chaos has been started to be unleashed. Did any of you hear the name of Darzanan pronounced at all?
I did. Lilith spoke his name.
This is the fear. It is the ancient god of chaos beginning to be released. No wonder the Dark Queen has been so brazen.
She's not holding back. We'll need to act soon. I don't know what this thing is, what it's capable of, but I know that it can cause a lot of harm, and the innocent people of this land, they need to be protected.
It's an ancient, chaotic evil, almost even more evil than evil itself. Back before there was even the acknowledgement of alignments, it was so self-serving. And it took a great union of wizards and sorcerers and warlocks and clerics to put him at hold and contained. And they had the magic that came from the orb of chaos. They put together and controlled them, and then they split it to hide it so no man would put it together to totally release them. My fear is it's begun to put it back together, and that's the desire of the Dark Queen.
Do we know how many shards?
May she fail. Say what?
Do we know how many shards this has been split into?
It's been split into 8 shards, with the 9th being a core, the heart of the shard, the heart of chaos it's called.
How many does the Dark Queen possess?
As we know at the moment, just 1, but our intelligence is very weak on that.
I'll say, and how many do we have control over? Do we have any secured away where we could keep her from completing this orb?
We did, until of sad news that you'll have to keep this in the complete confidence. Don't let none, even the brethren of the guild, realize this, but we had some guild members that helped the Dark Queen enter the city's vault and steal the shard. And now it's on its way. We saw we saw that it was taken to the Dark Queen. There again, earlier with the last group we sent on up to her, they saw the box, the black box of black stone with gold bands, with the ogres and the hill giant taking it on up into her sacred place.
Yes,
So,
I recall. The Dark Queen seems to have many vile minions under her command.
yes, she does.
So Pincus, what's our next move?
We'll have to bring this to the council. Gaius and myself and the crazy penman and whatnot will have to discuss what our best course is and take some counsel from the temple and see what we can muster. Till then, rest and we'll call for you. We thank you for your strong strength and your back and your courage. And Pincus will give each of you 50 gold pieces, and he'll give you a piece of script for the general store of 25 gold pieces to use there to recoup equipment and such.
I'm just sorry we couldn't do more. As soon as there's a mission ready, I'll be there.
As will I.
We'll let all know of the mission, and we'll have to act soon to try to delay the end of the world as we know it.
Yeah, we'll
And
get
with
ready
that-
and prepared as soon as possible.
With that, Pincus will turn around and he'll say, I have to go to the library and research. And that will be panning to darker times, and hopefully you guys enjoyed yourself, and we shall have an interesting set of events to go forward to.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Holy
Thank
damn.
Yeah, I was glad I was able to manage to get home in time to get in with you guys.
Well,
Yeah.
let me stop the broadcast here.